Ooh, what is going on, guys? Up here with Tekken 7 coming in early 2017. There are some features the community has been looking forward to, and this is my personal list of 5 features wanted in Tekken 7. Dear Harada-san, so with Tekken 7 coming to console, a big feature I'm looking forward to is more freedom in customization. I feel customization in Tekken Tag Tournament 2 is far too restrictive. While it does offer more detail in some places, Tekken 6 had the overall most amount of freedom. If you wanted to hold a weapon on each individual hip, you had the freedom to do that. What if you like the pants you're wearing, but you don't care for the shoes? Well, in Tekken 6, you had the freedom to change your shoes. It's so simple. And something I've always wanted is the ability to change default hair color. What if I don't want a base and an extension? What if I like the default hair but want it in a different color? Luckily, that's now a feature that's confirmed in Tekken 7, but do you see what I mean? Why take good features away? Leave them in and build upon them. Don't change things that aren't broken. Here's how I would improve customization. I would take all the best customization elements that Bandai Namco fighting games have to offer and merge them all together. I'd use the Tekken 6 style of clothing items, having more options for each individual section of the body, with the Tekken Tag Tournament 2 style of editing those items, which means you essentially invent your own colors as opposed to having preset colors determined for you so you can avoid having to buy the same item multiple times. This provides more options with a lot more freedom. You could also take a lesson from Soul Calibur 5 and assign an edit command to edit every color we can see. No one likes to get started with a color design only to be restricted by a color that does not have the option to change. What indeed is the point of customization if there is a color that doesn't f***ing change? And like Soul Calibur 5, I would directly implement a way to allow us to edit patterns and textures directly onto clothing so that players don't have to fiddle around for hours on decals that end up just having a low resolution. And finally, about customization, I want to put skin tones on clothes. I realize why this restriction is in place. You don't want a player dressing up a character to look nude. However, we should not be restricted to using the superhero costume over and over and over again just to have full body coverage for our custom designs. We want to use skin tones where they are necessary for our more unique designs. And if I'm stuck going with off yellow as a skin tone, bruh, I'm gonna start feeling colorblind. The next feature I want is all assets on every stage present, no matter what mode you're looking at it in. So this one's a bit of a picky one, as I've gotten used to it in Tag 2 by now, but sometimes I miss all the little things happening around in the background. We used to be able to play online and see everything going on in the back of the stage, as well as have our characters' custom auras be visible, but at some point they became a problem and they had been removed from online modes to reduce lag and game stuttering. And for the most part it worked. With a lot less memory in the system being dedicated to rendering those things out, it helped games to run a lot smoother. But I miss the girls dancing around in the background, the magic show, the people standing around in the train station watching the fight. Where did they all go? The stages all of a sudden feel so dead and unlively. So for Tekken 7, utilize that PlayStation 4 technology and that Unreal Engine 4 and keep all of our stuff and nonsense on the screen stable. Please, Harada, imagine that stage on Tekken 6 with all of the sheep, and then one day, the sheep just f***ing disappear. Lose your mind. Come and get it one more time. If you wanna lose your mind. Come and get it. The next feature I want is a fun mode. You know, sometimes you're just tired of playing ranked, getting disconnected from losers and getting unfriendly messages about your playstyle, whether you're winning or losing, and sometimes all you want to do is just relax and be reminded that you're playing a video game, and that its very nature is to be fun and not so serious 100% of the time.
Round 2.
Me with kicks, berserker?
Fight!
Grabbing me, berserker?
As such, I think we need a mode to fool around with when all the other modes start to feel less fun. In previous entries such as Tekken 3, you had Tekken Ball mode as well as Tekken Force mode where you picked up Chicken.
chicken.
In Tekken 6, the whole story mode was Tekken Force mode on steroids. While kind of silly and fun for a little while, it was a chore to get through after playing a few maps. I think that would be best implemented in a much shorter fun play mode with co-op fully considered when designing maps. As for Tekken Ball mode, in Tekken Tag Tournament 2, it was only available on the Wii version. Why? Only on the Wii version? Who even So at this point, we've been playing Tekken Tag 2 for 3 years. Actually, I don't know if that's true anymore because I wrote this script a long time ago and I just had to adapt it because I finally wanted to release this video, so I'm sorry if the years are incorrect. And the only thing we have are standard modes like Survival, Ghost Battle, and Practice. I think a good fit would be Tekken Bowling from Tekken Tag 1, and it would be implemented with PlayStation VR, or show us something completely new. I'm open to more ways to have fun, Harada, unless of course you guys are already doing that. In fact, why not have all of these modes, have them be compatible with VR? That would be something. Number 2 is going to be stat tracking. When Tag 2 first released, although it was slow, we had WTF, World Tekken Federation, and it was mostly great, but what the happened to it? You could check to see how good of a player you were compared to the rest of the world on your platform. You could join clans that had an impact on in-game functions. You could post in forums. It kept records of all of your fights. Seems like that was such a long time ago. That feature's not even there anymore. I would like to have World Tekken Federation back and better than ever. One thing I wanted on the old website was to see about my most used moves with each character. By the way, which never happened and it was promised.
Your detailed player card, which charts your entire battle history right down to which moves you used and how often.
This chick straight up lied. Harada, I want to see my number of strikes that actually hit versus the ones that whip. I want to see the stages I have the most wins on and the most losses on. I played a lot of Tekken and it would be really nice to have the website return to its former glory and 10 times better. And the number 1 feature I want in Tekken 7. I've been asking for this a long time. I want the ability to see who you're fighting before you hit accept. Let me paint a picture for you, Harada-san. You're playing online ranked mode, you're trying to level up your game and increase your rank, when all of a sudden you have a game with a player whose skill is vastly greater than your own. You lose to them, so, you know, it's whatever, you don't even win a single round. So you start searching yet again for another player. And guess who it is? It's the same freaking guy. And you play them again. And the game gets so serious, you get nervous and start swinging any way you can, but it's no hope. You lose again. So you queue up again. Round 3. Demotion risk. Fight. No more mystery matches, Harada. I want to control how badly I get beat to avoid players who are notorious for disconnecting in the middle of fights and trolls who want to control their connection by playing YouTube videos in HD during their fights causing lag. The percentage and the connection strength is just not enough information. Please make this a feature. Sincerely, AwpWilliams. So what kind of features are most important to you guys? Do you want to see any of these features implemented in the Tekken 7? Or do you have some of your own ideas? Maybe you want an in-game mute button for those microphone users blasting music. Or perhaps a better tutorial for new players. Whatever it might be, leave it in the comments below. And just a quick reminder to you guys, I still want you to send me clips of yourselves using the phrase, "We are Tekken." All you have to do is make the video and send your clips to @AwpWilliams on Twitter and use hashtag #WeAreTekken.
We are Tekken. We are Tekken.
We are Tekken.
We are Tekken.
Hashtag We are Tekken. Get ready for the next battle. Yeah.
Your clip will be credited and used at the end of one of my Tekken videos and eventually compiled with other videos sent in by others like you to show Harada that love for Tekken is all over the world. I don't care if you think it's corny and or cringy, I'm doing it. That's all for this video today, guys. If you enjoyed, be sure to smack that like button with an iron fist. And remember that you cannot kill an idea. See you guys next time. Ow!